Thank you for tuning in. You're here with Young Black and in Business, and I want to ask you to ask yourself to start with a commitment, deliver with quality, and finish with success. Again, thank you for tuning in with Young Black and in Business, and this is 10 a.m. with the Law of Success. Today we have a special guest, Miss 805 South in the house.
Hello, how are you?
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for not only being here early in the morning, but thank you also for coming to the Power Networking Mixer we had yesterday and just gracing us with your presence and your brand. Let's hear about your brand because Miss 805 South is Young, Black, and in Business.
Yes, well, first of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all you do for the community. Young Black and in Business is amazing, and I was honored to be a part of the network. 805 South is an idea that I came up with in '98. We're a clothing line as well as we do inspirational music, and we create designs to inspire others.
That is beautiful because today's law of success is imagination.
Yes.
That's the law of success for this week, imagination. So give us how you imagined 805 South in 96. 98, and how it has come to fruition.
Well, it's amazing because it was like 19 years. It was years ago. I was pregnant with my son, Frederick, which is now my business partner.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you hear that? Son, that is a business partner. Yes. Legacy.
Yes. And I had a dream about being successful. And I was given 805 South, and I really didn't know what to do with it, but that was where I grew up, and I was raised in that area because, you know, the heart of San Diego, 805 goes from La Jolla to the border. And so we wanted a name, you know, that would not discriminate from any neighborhood or specific gang. And so we said, hey, 805 South, go through everywhere. Suburbs, right. Crip, Blood, Asian gang, Latino gangs, you know, all the way to the border. And I came up with this name, and then I went through the trials of life. And finally, enough people said I can't and don't do it because they wanted to stereotype the name 805 South.
Right.
And God was telling me to go with it now. After all the volunteering and helping in the community and pushing others, he said it's time. And so I went back to school. I got educated on marketing,
businesswoman as well. True businesswoman. We admire that. We salute you for that. I had to just add that in there. I admire your ambition, your hustle.
Thank you.
You're striving for excellence. I had to share that with you.
No, that's fine.
I'll let you finish sharing, but you know your hustle is admirable.
Thank you.
And you are to be commended.
Thank you. I for a long time I had my demographics mixed up. I wanted to show love to the community, so I was trying to, you know, promote my product just to the community. But you know, if you're building an empire, you can't just make the money off the community.
That's right.
You have to have a business plan. You have to have marketable things. That I want the tourist money. I want the rich man's money. It says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just.
That's
so
right.
I want to eat, and
That's
I want
right.
to leave that to my children and their children, and so on. And so I was given these ideas. Years later, 19 years later, my son is 19 now.
Right.
And now I'm showing him how to run the business so that I'm leaving them with something.
Okay, did you hear that? I'm leaving them with something.
Yes.
Okay? They're not being born into this world already in debt with Cox Cable and SDG&E, right. But they're being born into a prosperous soil. We're planting prosperous seeds. And I want to just add one thing. Did you hear what Miss 805 South shared with us? Because not only about the legacy, but how if you hold on to a thought long enough, you can have it.
Right.
If you hold on to your imagination and your thought long enough, you too can have it.
It could be birthed.
Okay? It can be birthed.
And sometimes you're given those dreams, like when you imagine people, when you speak about imagination, you dream things, and some people say, "Don't nothing come to a, you know,
right,
but a dream."
Absolutely.
But there are people that are living, you know, testimonies that dreams do come true, but they worked for it. They pushed for what they seen. That was a vision they were given.
Right. So you up at this time and in this hour watching this, you too can have the dream. If you hold on to your thoughts long enough, yes. You can have it. You know, we got a living witness in here as well that's built on purpose. I also want to just highlight how the stars are aligning because we also want to wish you happy October 1st.
Yes.
And if you didn't know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
And this wonderful woman, Wonder Woman, okay? Let's know about that. And tell us about your, your shirt, your brand, because it's all purpose. It's auspicious. It's not an accident while you're here right now.
Right.
You're doing amazing things. And you're a righteous woman. Proverbs 31. So let's know about this OC. And let's know. Come on, share with us.
Well, it was given to me, like I said, by surprise. I had some family member on my mother's side that were dealing with cancer, breast cancer, and they were survivors. But I've also lost a few family members that also had cancer on my father's side. And so it was kind of like, hey, I wanted a shirt that could inspire people. And that's where OC came from. So the guy that I was talking to about
OC is overcoming cancer?
Yes,
correct?
OC means overcome cancer. So in it, through it, you can do it. So some deal with death of cancer, and it's kind of eliminating the fear of cancer. No matter what the outcome is going to be, we're going to ride it out. So if we got to pray, if we got to walk, if we got to run, we got to raise money, whatever we got to do, we will stand and we will overcome cancer. OC.
OC. Fear. False evidence appearing real. We're overcoming it. We're overcoming fears. Fear is fear itself.
Yes.
Okay, so so you're doing some amazing things. That's why we're honored, and it's our privilege to have you on our show here, October 1st. You're definitely setting the bar high, and you're up early, we're up early, and we're gonna stay early, and we're gonna stay often.
Right.
I don't mean to be redundant, but I just admire how you are applying the pressure.
Right.
And I like to hear about more how you're helping other businesses and brands push their,
Right.
It's not about being selfish.
Nope.
Selfless.
Right. I've always been like that. I've always been open-hearted, Of course, not a punk, but I grew up around boys, so I couldn't be that. But I've always loved to help people. I've always loved to help people, even in my time when I wasn't really focused on God, fear and lifestyle. I've always liked to help people. I've always liked to push our young black women and men to stay in school, to honor their parents, to love one another. And what moves me is just I could touch 1 million people, but as long as I could just inspire 1, 2, 3 lives
That's right.
Because they might be brought to, inspire the masses. It takes one man or one woman to change the whole world,
Did you hear that? Okay, so the word for today, so we already got the law of success for the week is imagination. And the word for the week of October 1st is impeccable.
Mm.
So can you please repeat your cliche about how one man or one woman can change the world?
Well, one man or one woman could change the whole world.
The whole entire
The whole
world.
world. And that could be on a positive, angle or a negative angle. I want to be the one that's, anti-Trump. Trump has changed the whole world since he's took office.
And speaking on the gentleman with the toupee,
Right.
I want to just share that I want to take this time to apologize to all the young black and in business mothers that were recently called son of female dogs. I want to just take this time to apologize on behalf of young black in business and to all the
Right.
mothers that were called SOBs, because you're not an SOB. You're more than that. And,
Right.
We queens, and
Right.
and to be able to think he can indoctrinate our society and our family with hogwash.
Right.
That's unacceptable. So on behalf of young black in business and all the young black in business mothers, we know that you're more than that.
You are more than that.
You're more than that.
No matter where you are in life, you are more than that. And you have to understand that any time a person or any people have enough time to degrade another person or a nation or a person of any race, they don't have nothing to do with life. Like, you don't have nothing else to do but to bring other people down. But the amazing part is that saying these same things these men want to sleep with these sons of whatever they want to call them. They want to reproduce. They want to know what's in our genes. They want to know what makes us move. They want to know why are we so special. They want to know why we're so powerful. Why can we run so fast? Why are we quick learners? Why are we so intelligent? You know, because everything that they do and the ideas that they've got, they stolen them from us.
Talk to them. The last 3 Nobel Prize winners have been people of color. Okay, and that's a global award. And because we have it in our DNA, we have it in our bloodline,
Yes.
and that's what we're here. Young Black in the Business is here to restore and revive and resuscitate the young Black in the business color, culture, and consciousness. We are the defibrillator,
Right.
and that's why we're here with Miss 805 South here, and that's doing some amazing things, and we're going to keep applying pressure. We're going to keep putting in your face, because not only could one man or one woman change the world, one lighthouse can guide many ships. Miss 805 South, you are a lighthouse in San Diego County.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. And so are you. So are you.
We
You
do
inspired
this.
me. I see, you know, it's funny. He tells me about how I inspired him, but he inspired me. You know, young, Black, in business, really pushing, really motivating others. It's really hard to do what you do. It's really hard to be caring. It's really hard to have an open heart and to put a suit on every day and to look good and to help educate our people and others about what's going on in the world, sharing about what you can be, with, you know, to keep pushing and encourage. It takes a really real man to do that now, because there's so many pressures of life. You know, there's so many pressures of life. You could be doing 100 other million things right now, but you're taking the time out for what you've been given to share with other people, and a lot of people don't do that. We have information and we'll conceal it to death. Everything that God gave me, if I can help somebody with, I'm gonna give it to him.
That's
I told a young brother the other day, he was asking me about a business. I said, I'll show you the steps. No, go get your fictitious name. Do you know what you're gonna have for with your business? It's free information. Why not tell them how to do it?
It's nice for you to say that. And, you know, only the inspired can inspire.
Right.
So, you know, we feeding off of each other, and we're sharing the information.
Right.
You know, we're not here to be selfish. And that's what Young Black in the Business is all about. Young is a state of mind. The color Black encompasses and absorbs all of the colors in the spectrum.
That's good.
And business is the volume of trade. So we're all young Black in the business. We may not be all in the same boat, but we're all in the same storm.
Right.
So we're going to just take this time again to thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in. KBOKradio.com. We're here every Sunday at 10 a.m. And I'm telling you, we're going to keep applying the pressure. So what you should do is join with us and stand with us, Young Black in the Business, as we share the laws of success.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let us know your 100-year plan before we go to a commercial break.
That's amazing when you said that. Actually, my 100-year plan is based upon the next 5 years. Like I said, I've been in school, re-educating myself, and so my plan is to have the business up and functioning to where while we're asleep, we drawing people to our website, drawing sales, drawing networking opportunities, and that way it's a system that's running under autopilot, where my children, they don't have to do nothing but keep track of the records and build new relationships for their time. So 100 years, I don't know if I'll be here 100 years, but I'll be blessed if I do. But I plan in my bloodline to live 100 years and so on. And so that's my plan, to make sure that my business continues for another 100 years.
That's what I'm
whether
talking
I'm
about.
here or not.
Absolutely. So it's all about thinking longevity and having a 100-year plan, because your legacy will definitely supersede your expectations, because
Right.
you're planting that seed not only in the community but in righteous soil, which is your family,
Right.
which is your bloodline.
Yes.
And it's a word that you use that I want to share before we go to this break. It's system.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. When you tune in at 10 a.m. on Sunday, have a pen and a piece of paper.
Right.
And hopefully a Young Black in the Business pen, because system is an acronym for save yourself time, energy, and money. I'm going to say it again. System. Save yourself time, energy, and money. You have to have a system in place for your legacy, for it to be longevity. And we have some more cliches, acronyms when we return after this short commercial break. Start with a commitment, deliver with quality, and finish with success with Young Black and in Business. And we're back. Start with a commitment, deliver with quality, and finish with success with Young Black and in Business. The word of this week is impeccable, and the law of success for this week is imagination. If you hold on to a thought long enough, you too can have it and get it accomplished. So we're back here with Miss 805 South. Please tell us how we could patronize your business, because I actually admire it. We got the heart of San Diego. Are you kidding me? The heart of San Diego. A lot of folks don't know that that is actually Euclid and Imperial. You know, the four corners of life. And then we here October 1st with Overcome Cancer.
Yes.
Okay, so we got the OC, beautiful product with purpose and a message. That's what I'm talking about right there. You got to be able to see it here and make it happen here and watch it with your two eyes.
Right.
Okay, and then we got the 805 South. That's just a beautiful. So where can we purchase some of your items? How can we patronize your business?
Okay, well, first of all, my website is www.we805south.com, and you can follow us on all the social media websites, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, as well as we said Instagram. There's a few others, but We805 South is how you follow us on all the social media. Pretty much, if you Google We805 South, we should come up.
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook as well. Facebook is at We805 South, like the freeway. And like he was speaking, that the heart of San Diego is right in the middle of the 4th district, but it starts in the suburbs all the way to the border. So it reaches every type of community there is in San Diego, in between the 5 and the 15.
I admire it and I appreciate it. And if you don't know, you can actually book Miss 805 South as well.
Yes.
Don't you provide poetic justice?
Yes, I also do inspirational hip hop. I trinkle a little bit in spoken word, and I'm also will come out and speak to the young people, young adults, women, pretty much anything. So anybody have any
Would you
ideas?
mind sharing your email address or your business contact, just in case somebody want to book you for your services?
Of course.
And I highly recommend it. A professional queen that'll come and have a heart-to-heart, a one-on-one to a young man, a young lady, or anyone.
Right.
So how can you be contacted for your services?
You can contact me at the telephone number 619-451-9714, and you can also email me at we805south@gmail.com.
Now, some of these folks that's tuning in is scrambling for a pen and a piece of paper. Can you say it again for us, please?
I definitely can. You can reach me at 619-451-9714 and email we805south@gmail.com.
Did you hear that? And she also has a radio voice as well, okay? So please tune in, book, and let's inspire others to inspire others. Let's create and restore color, culture, and consciousness worldwide. And we're starting right here. San Diego is the new Mecca. San Diego is the new Jerusalem. San Diego County is, we have a renaissance going on here. Yeah. So get excited. Young Black in the business, okay? Yeah. So what else would you like to share, for your followers, your viewers, your team? Let's get some shout outs. So
I would like to share, I'm as 805 take place, I'm looking to hire some young people that are interested in marketing and sales, like to make some extra money on the side, extra finances. I'm also going to be involved with helping artists accumulate their copyrights to their music. We have a lot of young people, a lot of people copyrighted. I mean, they're producing product and different stuff like that, but they don't know how to really protect it legally. So I plan on doing like a little workshop where we'll have, the seller permit applications,
business,
fictitious name, things, and they could come and have some little snacks and stuff, and I could show them how to do it. It'll take 5 to 10 minutes, and that way they can be encouraged to go ahead and whatever ideas or dreams or imaginations they've been given for their business, and they could go ahead and follow through with it. Now they have solidified their name and different stuff like that.
Business, that's admirable. That's what I'm saying. You're to be commended. Each one teach 3 or more.
Yeah.
Each one, teach and to be able to share that business acumen, you know, to share your testimony, and to, you know, use your index finger and say, this is how you do it.
Right.
You know, and like I said, you're just to be admirable. You know, every time I pull up, you know, your website, every time I see you in the community, I use my index finger and I share with others. That's how you do it.
Right.
That's how it's done. That's Young Black and in Business, and that's that color, that's that culture, and that's that consciousness that we're restoring. So you know, keep it going. You know, just keep letting your light shine. You know, keep using your imagination and showing others how to use theirs, so they can monetize and bring their vision to fruition.
Right.
So you know, just amazing, and that's why we had to have you here on October 1st, representing OC, Overcoming Cancer. Go pick that up. You know, check out the website, and we look forward to working with you and seeing you.
I'm excited.
Get excited.
I'm excited.
You know, get excited. Get excited.
Really, really am.
So I just want to say, I give a personal message right now. You know, for all the individuals that you know, that need that kick in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just share with you. You know, when you're using your imagination and when you're starting a business, a bonus law of success today that we're doing on October 1st is S to the third power. S to the third power. And that stands for some will, some won't, so what, who's next? Don't give up. Remember, some will, some won't, so what, who's next? Okay?
You could be next.
You could be next. Matter of fact, you are next.
You are
because,
next.
I like to say success is determined how you overcome failure after failure. If you can keep your enthusiasm and you can stay excited, you are successful. Because some will, some won't, so what, who's next?
Wow, next up.
Next up. I'm telling you, you got to have a pen and a piece of paper because we're going to give it to you direct. And we thank you again for tuning in with Young Black in the Business, because we're going to give you the laws of success with Young Black in the Business. The word of the week is, let me hear you say it.
Imagination.
That is the law of success, is imagination. But the word of the week is impeccable. Impeccable. We got to be impeccable. Okay? And everything that we do, we got to start with a commitment. We got to deliver with success. We got to start with a commitment. We got to deliver with quality. And we got to finish with success. And the law of the week is imagination. Remember, if you hold on to it that long enough, you can have it. Just look at Miss 805 South. Are you kidding me? Right here in San Diego, putting on nationwide. I seen stuff in Texas.
Yeah,
you know, let's talk about that. You going that? You're beginning to go national. This is where it starts. You know, you putting San Diego on the map.
Yes.
Let's hear about that.
Well, I've been, like I said, I went to school, and so I started doing different marketing techniques. So different people from different states started actually, you know, hitting me up and contacting me. And so I'll send product. They would purchase product. I send product. And then, you know, there's other 805, like say the phone code, the area code.
Right.
Is it the area code? Yeah, the area code.
Right.
So people could kind of gravitate it to it. And then, of course, 805 South represents also San Diego, where I grew up. So guess what? San Diego is, what, third? You know, San Diego is third in the country. You know, everybody wants to live here. They love the weather. You know, tourist money is definitely a big, huge market. So if you have any product or service that can be offered to tourists, that would be definitely something amazing to get involved with, because it'll never die.
That's what I'm talking
unless
about.
San Diego goes back underwater or something like that.
Right.
You know?
San Diego is America's finest city.
Yeah, and I mean, people love San Diego.
Yeah. And that's why, just to go back on those power networking mixers, you know, that you attended and a Young Black in the Business hosted, is because we are creating that color, culture, and consciousness to be able to take those mixers that's in a room that has a capacity of 100 to the San Diego Convention Center.
Right.
And to be able to do that, we have to have that organized organization.
Right.
So when individuals come from other cities to come and patronize what we're doing here, we are the model.
Right. We
because we're going to take it here and we're going to go national and ultimately global.
Global.
So we have to, like I said, we have to work together. We have to be an organized organization.
Yep.
And be that model to inspire others, cities, countries. We have to be able to set that bar high, and we can do it. Like I said, we are Renaissance,
right?
Man and women, young, black in the business. So and that's what it is. And it's not all about pontificating,
right?
Talking tough, be that gray rain cloud,
right?
With no rain. You have to have action behind it.
Right.
And that's why we got shirts and brands and businesses, because that action brings that satisfaction.
Right.
You have to go out, you have to get it, and you have to be consistent. You have to go out, you got to get it, and you got to be consistent. You got to go out, you got to get it, and you got to be consistent.
Yes.
And that's how you have the satisfaction.
Right.
This didn't come overnight.
No.
I know being a testimony as being a business owner and a franchise, some will, some won't, so what?
Right.
In your environment, I know you had to overcome that.
Right.
And I'm going to just share, I'm going to put an exclamation at this. Anything without a challenge is not worth doing.
Right, you're right.
So what are some of the challenges that you overcame?
Believing and watching, other women like in the industry and with business was one. And then, of course, my skin color. We're always given in the media this portrayal that it's only a few % that can actually make it, that can actually be successful. And I was actually getting my information about how to really run a lucrative business in San Diego as a black woman wrong. Because I grew up in a neighborhood where we're raised to love on our people, and I was pushing to them with my product. But like I said, there's no way I can make $1 million off my community like that. Not unless I'm selling drugs. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I'm selling something that's giving people a purpose. So I have to get it to the people that got the money, have the money to buy it on that level. And then I can give back to my community. And sometimes I can have promotionals. And those that can't afford my product, they'll support when they can. But I can't expect them to do what I'm looking for that God told me I can have.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What's
I'm there to inspire
your birthright.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I had to figure it out. Wait, no, I'm supposed to inspire them, not take their money. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
If there's those that want to buy the product, I'm honored and man, highly honored, because I love my people and I love my community.
That's right.
Some of the homies will call me, they say, "Oh, you the hood angel," and I was like, I'm the hood angel. I was like, okay, I'm the hood angel.
That's right.
So I ended up making this shirt called "Heaven Is My Hood." And I used to have it on my car.
Beautiful. I like that right there.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna run with that.
Right.
I would have to say
That's
that
amazing.
I'm living a life with humility. I realize that as a black woman on this earth that I'm a nurturer. So even though I'm doing this, I have to bring back love. And no, everybody's not going to receive it, but we need that.
That's right.
Or because we'll be a dying people if we don't have somebody that'll do what you're doing.
Right.
Somebody that'll do what I'm doing. Somebody that this brother right here came, took the time to get on the camera. He came to do, the show, running it. If we don't do it, if we're not here right now, then what's going to happen to us as a people? And of course, we're not the only ones doing it, but we're part of the process.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. You said just being here.
Right.
A lot of times, it may not be about your ability. It's about your availability.
Right.
By just showing up. I'm
just
here.
Never know.
I showed up.
It might not look like no value right now, but then 10 years later, you be like, man, that was the best day. I was so tired, and I came.
Right.
Ooh,
a lot of times, it's not about
talk about it, and then you have to show about
your ability.
that.
Right. It's not about your ability. Just show up.
Show up.
Be present, because
show up
you never know. You never know who you'll run an elbow with. You never know who you'll bump an elbow with, and be able to have a meeting of the minds.
Right.
A synergy, just energy. And to those individuals out there that that speak negative, and we all know who they are.
Right.
You gotta remember, negative energy is still energy.
Yeah, it's still energy. It's energy, and it's discouragement and it's other things, and again, we look at the odds of what we're given. We look at the odds, of what we see. We look at the odds of what the natural eye see. But miracles and miraculous things happen when you pushing, and then you be like, whoa.
you say that again, please? Can you say that? You know, that was poetic.
Man, it was poetic, but I'm freestyling,
Right,
so
that's what
you
I'm
know.
talking about.
But you know, the imagination is amazing because when the things that
Law
we
of
see
success,
and
imagination.
given, the miraculous things, you can't exactly plan them. You could have a dream about $1 million, but you don't know where that million gonna come from. But if you're pushing towards that mark, it's gonna come. It's not gonna fall out the sky, but it might be given to you in a way you never imagined. God might use the person you thought was your enemy to give you that $1 million. You don't know. And that's like kind of where I got my pushing from. I used to always say yes to a lot of things, and I found out that no sometimes means yes to success.
Talk to him.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like saying no to, hey, my folks want to give me something that I don't really want to work like that, you know, because I want to keep my hands clean. So saying no, that's saving me so I can do the success over here. So, you know, there's been times when I didn't always sell shirts. But look, 20 years later, I got something that's way more valuable.
There you go. Right.
You know, more valuable than a street name, a hustle, or anything that I can empower people. And like the heart of San Diego, that shirt, for as long as San Diego is here, and long as my bloodline will live, that shirt can be sold for the rest of
legacy.
Forever.
The message, that you're sharing, is ultimately going to impact someone if it's not already have to change the world.
Right.
And it's a word that you use a couple times. Push.
Right. Push.
That's that action. That's that satisfaction. But get your pens and your pads out because push is another acronym.
Right.
Pray until something happens.
Right.
You got to keep pushing. And you really got to do it physically and mentally. You got to pray until something happens, and you got to get out there and push.
Right.
You really got to push your product.
You do.
You got to push your purpose. Like you said, no, it might be the new yes. Hey, let me get a free shirt. Let me get a discount. No.
Right.
You might not be able to afford it at this time, but you keep pushing, and you might be able to get your own brand and have your own purpose and your own product.
Right.
I get a lot of individuals all the time want a discount, want the homie hookup.
Right.
Hey, Hood Angel, can I get the homie hookup? Hold on. I already feel like Atlas. You putting the world on my shoulders. And now I got to buy my product. I got to give you a hookup. And now you talking about my quality? Hold on one second. So, remember that. No could be the new yes.
Yeah.
Just don't be a yes man or woman. No.
Yeah, sometimes it's no. And it's been no and different. Just to share a little bit of testimony, I've been in situations where I had to choose from God saying go forward, and people that I really love, I had to not actually cut off, but I had to break the ties of commitment or relationship that we were in, and not in like a relationship like husband and wife or anything, but it could have been a program or different things like that. And sometimes the no mean God is saying yes, and it's amazing how that works. I remember my son that is now my business partner. He was 4 years old. He said, Mom, I was gonna go out, hang out with my brother. I really didn't go out like that unless I'm gonna go to if I'm performing. And he wanted me to go out, and this night I decided I was gonna go out. But two things happened. But one of them was my 4-year-old Frederick said, "No, Mom, don't go out." He said no, and I never forget that. That was like God saying yes to life, because I could have got killed that night. And so because things happened that night. Some people were shooting and everything downtown and everything. I could have been in the middle of that crossfire. And I just remember, I'm like, man, no's can be yeses and other angles that we don't even know or look at. But in those relationships that I had, and these are people that I love and I still honor, but I had to tell them no. Like even my mother, she told me, 805 South, people have their own, idea of what, they don't know what it is. They're like, is it a gang? Is it this? Even though we're not acting as a gang, but people, when they see black people and they're representing something, they automatically want to say it's a gang, or, it's some type of organization that's against everybody else. And so she told me no, but God was saying yes.
Beautiful.
She was like, change the name. And I'm like, no.
Right.
But I had to really think that, because she had me for a minute. Like, you know what? Maybe I am. But why am I going to change my identity when I've been given this DNA?
There you go.
I've been having these dreams since I was a child.
Right.
And that's telling me to give up my birthright.
Mm.
Pretend I'm somebody that I'm not. But she always told me I was great and everything.
Beautiful.
But this one time, she said, you know what, maybe you should change the name. And I said no. And it was God saying yes.
For real talk. That's
like,
that's beautiful.
For real.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And thank you for sharing that, testimony, with the world.
Yeah.
Because, that's definitely gonna kick somebody in the butt, because it's a lot of folks telling them what they shouldn't do, and they need to do what's in here.
Yeah.
That actually, they gotta, everyth's gasoline. They gotta use what's in here to be able to, fuel their passion.
Right.
A lot of people are, listening to the masses when need to listen to, what the heart, what their spirit is telling them.
And what they're seeing. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about a little bit, about that spirit, because I know a spirit definitely moves you, because, I can feel the spirit in the room, this purpose. I feel it. How does your spirit direct your business, or how does that impact your business?
I believe the creator of all things is what moved me. And as a child, I always, even though I ventured into other different music and experiences and things like that, I've always had God as my guidance, is what I believe. He sends people in and out of your life. He sends people that'll be there, for a season. He sends people that'll be there for a lifetime. And I believe he is the center of everything that I do.
That's right.
Even when I was, And so, and for me, some people might believe, they might not, but I believe there is a good and an evil. There is no in between. You got to know what side you're on. And it's like with any other thing that you do. You could be in the streets. You either in the streets, against the police, or you with the police. You know what I'm saying? You either black or you not. You either white or you not. Or whatever it is, you can't be in between. Because when the reality breaks out, you have to be on one side or the other, or you're considered the enemy. Or you in the middle, then you automatically you don't have your mind made up.
You stand in the
middle
of the
train track. It's better to be from something than to be from nothing. To say I'm not from nothing. I remember a young man said he didn't gangbang or nothing. Don't dress like him, but just because he said he wasn't from somewhere, he still got to deal with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you going to have to ride with somebody. Now people ask me, they know me from years ago, and they say, well, where you from? You know what I tell them? I'm from my mama's womb.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Where you from?
Yeah, right.
I'm from my mama. Now, if they got a problem with my mama, then we probably going to have a problem, right?
Yeah, right.
Where you from? They'll be like, I'm from my mama's womb.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
First and foremost.
Right.
And that came from God. So, they be like, oh, you got a problem with me, then you holler at God.
That's right.
I used to tell people, oh, you got a problem with me? Holler at God.
Right. Because we can't be stopped. With God with you, who could be against you?
Right.
So, and the battle's already been won, and we're very thankful for that. So, just to get back to it, we in San Diego, California, America's finest city, and we don't have any excuses.
No.
We don't have time for for excuses anymore. We got to work together. We got to collaborate. We got to practice co-opetition.
Right.
We can cooperate with each other against the competition.
Yep. Young black and in business.
All day. Young black and in business, and these are the laws of success. So just to bring it full circle, the word of the day is impeccable, and the law of success for this week, October 1st, is imagination. You hold on to a thought long enough, you too can have it, you too can achieve it. And look at Miss 805 South and listen to her testimony. We starting with a commitment, we deliver with quality, and we're finishing with success. That's why we're here, young black in the business and the laws of success. We're happy to be here, and just for individuals, I got a pencil and a pad in front of them. I'm gonna give you another bonus just because we young black in the business, and this is the law of success.
Right.
P over P equals S. What does P over P equals S mean? P over P equals S stands for performance over politics equals success.
Nice.
You gotta have that action to be able to get that satisfaction. So what I mean by that is your performance. You're out there pushing your product, you're praying, you're early, you're consistent, you're taking notes here with this program, you're performing. You're not politicking. You're not up there with a toupee on, or you got Twitter fingers, or you actually performing. That's your success. And this is The law of success with Young Black in the business. I'm telling you, we're going to spread the information like mustard. Have your pen and have your pad, 10 o'clock every single Sunday. And you too could be Young Black in the business because it's the law of success.
All right.
So, so share with us. Please, we talked about family. We talked about your brand, your product, how you can be contacted. Is there some questions that you'd like to ask me?
Definitely. Before I ask a question, I just want to give another shout out to KBLK Radio.
You got to.
Got to give a shout out to the radio and everybody that's involved with this radio station. They're amazing. They've created a platform for each
Brother
and every
X,
one of
we
us.
see you.
And you got Brother X over here on the camera. He's doing his thing, And we have our other brother, and he's been here. And I just want to first of all just say thank you. Thank you, Brother Roosevelt. Thank you again for all you do. KBLKradio.com. Log on, tune in every Sunday at 10 a.m.
That's how we rocking.
That's how we rocking.
Okay.
All right.
We rocking like a cut-off stocking. But,
yes, we are.
I had to make you smile on that one. To let you know that we really are San Diego homegrown, and we are 805 South. I didn't see 805 South my whole entire life.
Right.
I didn't see the 54 East Freeway. I didn't see the other 5 South, 125. But 805 South is something about that 805 South.
Right.
You can't live without 805 South. Yeah. It's the heart. It's the heart. And we appreciate it too. Yeah. And I even like how's everything, the color, the scheme. And one thing, you had an amazing event when we first met.
Right.
The Faces with Purpose.
Right.
You had the distinguished brother Shane Harris was there.
Yep.
He spoke very well.
Yes.
We got leaders in this city right here.
Yes, we do.
We got very
all
promising
different backgrounds.
Very, very strong brother. I want to give a shout out to the brother. I'm gonna say his name again, Brother Shane Harris. He spoke very well. You had Carlton Overstreet.
Yep.
That brother's
Junior.
amazing. He was junior. Amazing leaders. This is a renaissance we got here in San Diego. We got leaders. The brother played the drums. Now that brother's doing some amazing things as well.
Highly, and man, he's a marketing guru.
A marketing
Carlton
guru.
Overstreet Jr. is
Marketing
amazing.
guru.
You need some help. You need some push in your business. You want to contact somebody, sit down with somebody. I definitely look him up on Facebook. Carlton Overstreet Jr. He's really good. He's amazing. And he is a face with purpose in San Diego as well.
This is the new Mecca, I told you.
Yes.
This is the new Jerusalem. San Diego County, we here.
Yes.
And you also had God or Nothing.
Yeah, we had God or Nothing.
Some beautiful some singers. The brother went out there and performed.
Yep, and then my goddaughter, she used to be with 805. Dr. Tracy Kaiser.
Okay,
she grew up in the Bay Vista Apartments, which is known now as Sea Breeze.
Yeah,
She's a math teacher. She was a professor at Southwestern, and now she's at City College. That was a young doctor that was there.
Young doctor, okay, from the community. You too. To start with a commitment, deliver with quality, and finish with success. Yeah, your whole Faces with Purpose, that whole event inspired me and my wife. We actually talked about it. And you had good food there.
Oh, yeah.
Catered.
The chef.
Catered.
Black chef.
Are you kidding me? Right here.
Cook now. We could get in the kitchen.
This is how we do it. Okay. And then so you had entertainment, Faces with Purpose.
DJ Birdie on the turntables.
DJ Birdie.
I've been knowing him since he was like yay big.
And
He's
the brother,
yay tall now.
And I want to give a shout out to the brother. This brother just got married.
Hey.
Beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
The brother. So
and all
of these people are young, black, and in business. Okay, right here.
Right here.
In the 805 South.
San Diego.
Get excited. Yeah. Yeah. So your event was amazing.
Thank you.
That was amazing, and thank you for it. For shout out, you had the backdrop. Everything was creme de la creme put together, and everything. I know what people was inspired.
Yes.
And then when you grace the presence and grace the stage, it was just beautiful. The Renaissance. We're restoring the color, the culture, and the consciousness. Right. So I just wanted to give a shout out, to that Faces with Purpose. That whole venue and your whole itinerary, everything was just positive energy.
In there,
positive energy. There. It was positive energy, and that's what we're doing, and we're gonna keep it up. We're gonna be early, and we're gonna be often.
Right. I think that we're pretty good at it. We're cooks. We're intelligent. We could talk, and they say, you got some food and some good stuff to talk about. You feed the people, they got some good stuff. Right. They start writing notes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Taking detailed notes.
Because I didn't know you was catering, but when the baby heard that, the baby was like, I'm hungry. hungry, Mom.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I think I want to chill now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm gonna kick my feet up. Oh,
Yeah.
now we got entertainment, and I
He
got
didn't
me a
wanna
nice
leave.
plate. I got me a plate. I got a live music.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and
He
see that's
didn't
what
want to leave. I
that's what
just
we're
thought
bringing.
that was just, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. It was really beautiful.
I like to just share one thing. That we're doing another law, another bonus. If someone is having an event on a certain date, and you're aware of it,
Right.
let's not have another event on the same
Wow.
date.
That's amazing.
Because that divides us.
Right.
Because somebody want to have an event. I mean, this is something that we're overcoming,
Right.
and we're going to work on that.
Yep.
If someone's having an event, let's schedule our event for the following week, or let's join forces.
Collaborate.
Let's co-opetition.
Right.
Cooperate against the competition. Let's
Right.
work together. Let's join forces.
I'm glad you said that, because I was just saying that because usually when I do events, I will go inside Facebook and I will look at the date that I want to see if any other events is that day, And so I had already committed to our, the event for September 30th. But after that, I was going to post it, but I didn't even post it. Some said, don't even post it. But I said, it's like so many events this same day. I can't be everywhere, but I'm going to be where I first committed, And so it worked out. But I seen that. I said it was so many events that I missed out, and I wish I could have been there. But I was there in spirit, and I was there,
That's right.
in love. But I was where I was supposed to be yesterday.
And this is what we're doing. We're restoring the color, the culture, and the consciousness.
Yes.
Okay, so that's another law that we're sharing. If you see an event on the day, don't have an event on the same day.
Collaborate.
Let's work together. Let's not compete against each other. Mm-hmm. Let's dominate with each other. We're not at a position to compete with each other.
Right.
You fighting over crumbs and you missing the whole bread truck. Yeah. When we work together, we have a mighty force.
Eat gourmet meals.
Gourmet, creme de la creme, when we work together. And just to share with you that our people in our city are stronger when we work together.
Yes.
I'm going to repeat that again. I don't mean to be redundant. However, our people in our city are stronger when we work together.
Yes.
We're young, we're black, and we're in business, and we're going in the same direction.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And if you know better, you do better. So it's time that we start doing better. Right. Because we definitely want to work with you. And we're open-minded, we're open-handed, and we're open-hearted.
Right. So
come work with us.
There's a place for everybody. There's a place, there's room, there's a lane for everybody.
Absolutely.
There's a lane for everybody.
Absolutely.
And there's more than enough for us to eat.
More than enough.
There's more than enough.
More than enough.
Yeah.
More than enough. So get excited. We got some amazing things coming up. So get excited. I don't want to tell you everything. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to push. And I'm going to practice what I preach. So get excited.
Get excited.
Start with a commitment, deliver with quality, and finish with success. You're here with Young Black in the Business in 805 South.
I like that. Let's go back to the one part because, I do got some questions.
Okay, well, we get to that 4-minute mark.
We're at the 4-minute mark. So before we close out, we know he's put this amazing platform for 805 South. But I want to go back and I just want to hear a little bit about your story. I know a little bit. I know you was chosen to be, the spokesman and everything for Young Black and in Business. I just want to know how did you get snatched up? How did this all come about?
What part? What part?
How'd you
being
start?
A custodian?
Yes.
Being...
Before this, just before when you decided, hey, I'm gonna run with this Young Black in Business. When you decided to put that suit on and this is me. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna ride for. This is what it's about. When were you convinced, and how did that come about?
Well, I want to first just take this time to thank my mother, and I want to thank my father,
yes.
and I want to thank my grandmother and my grandfather. And I also want to thank my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather.
Nice. Me too.
So,
me too.
I want to just thank them. I also want to, first and foremost, thank God as well. And, it's just things we go through in life make us who we are. And I want to also give a shout-out to George Stevens, Jackie Meshach.
Nice.
I want to give a shout-out to Walter Kadumu.
Nice.
And, these are hometown heroes. And, then, like I said, only the inspired can inspire. So, those are some individuals that, took time to, that inspired me. And, and it's just a blessing. My favorite book in the Bible is Proverbs. You know, not boasting or bragging. I'm just sharing because it's a young black in business in the laws of success.
Right.
You open the the Bible, and Proverbs is in the spine of the book, and you know it's 31 days in October, and this is the first day, so you can start with Proverbs 1 and go through all the way through 31 and get
nice.
some wisdom, because when they see us every single time, they're gonna see brilliance, they're gonna see beauty, and they're gonna see strength when they see us every single time. So. Right. You know, I was just instilled every time you leave the house, you represent. So, you know, that's how I got started at the young age. But, you know, just very fortunate and, you know, happy to be here.
Hey, man, that's amazing. Guys, you know, this young man inspired me. I seen him on, you know, you were so sharp and everything. I was like, I don't know if I'm on this level yet. I don't know if I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? Then he had the event and I got to meet you in person and I was like, man, this is needed. This is needed for our young men because, you know, you could put on a suit and look good. You know, a lot of our people think we supposed to look poor. No, we royal. Everybody got the style and fashion and all that stuff from us. When we get on the dance floor, we know how to get that groove. We know how to get the party started.
That's right.
When we come in a room, we brighten it up. We bring color to the place.
You make the plants grow.
Yeah.
The paint on the wall get brighter. You know, the birds start singing.
Yeah. So.
You bring life to the room. Yes.
Man, it's amazing.
We have that in our DNA. So look, we got 1 minute to go in the show. I just want to thank you. Keep pushing, keep going. We support it. 805 South in the house.
Hey.
You know, you young black in the business.
Yes.
And I want to share with you the new handshake we're going to do. You put your thumb up and then you put your thumb in, because what this is symbolizing we pyramid building.
Dope.
And we coming together.
Dope.
You know what I mean? So we pyramid building, and you are officially young black. I mean, you've been a young black in business day before, but you know we got it on record and everything like that. That's the new. When we come on the show, we together in this. Okay. So you know like I said earlier, we might not be in the same boat, but we definitely in the same storm because we young black in the business, and you know we striving together. And whatever platform, whatever we have, you more than welcome. You are 805 South, and you are young black and in business.
Thank you.
That's parallel. It goes together. And tune in every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Get your pencil, get your pad.
Yes.
Tell your friends. Share it. You know, tell them about 805 South. Let them know that we working together. We practicing co-opetition. We start with a commitment. We delivering with quality, and we finishing everything we do with success. The word for this week is impeccable. The law of success for this week is imagination. Remember, if you hold on to your thought long enough, you too can have it, because you deserve it and it's yours. And remember, some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Take notes. Performance over politics equals success, and you're with young, black, and in business.